Check, mic check. 1 second, y'all. 1 second, y'all. All right, I'm back. What's up, y'all? DJRJ Pree Talk. We here, man. I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. This is, as always, I'm gonna let y'all know this is my show where I let y'all know what's going on in my DJ world, what I'm seeing in the news, music, entertainment, all that. Mostly music and entertainment. There may be some gaming, possibly. Most likely not too much from me, but also just hopefully y'all can hear me and that didn't just cut out. Yikes. Um, I'm just repeat all that. So again, my show, Reggae Sundays, every single Sunday, should be able to pull it off. Should be able to pull it off this Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, wherever you at. Just do the math. I can't do it for you, but sometimes I wish I could. And I'm looking forward to the show today. Um, I'm going to play some newer reggae, 2025 reggae, of course. I love to play newer reggae because this sound will never die. People say reggae's dead. They say it's not going nowhere. There's no new artists. There's no new songs. There's no hits. We still got plenty of reggae hits. If you want the music, you'll find it. That's what I feel. If you really love the music, you'll find it. Back in the day, the music was fed to us. We didn't have a way to get it unless it was given to us. Now we can search for it ourselves and play a digital version of that music. And I think that's cool. There's so much more access to music because there's so much more opportunity out there. And that's amazing. I love it, man. If I like an artist, I go to that artist page, I Google them, I look them up on Amazon. If I really want to support their music, I want to buy their songs. I want to buy my favorite songs from that artist. I still buy music. I still buy CDs. I definitely buy MP3s. As a DJ, you got to. You got to keep things as legal as possible. Otherwise, you're going to hit some rocky roads. As you guys can see with YouTube, there's a lot of licensing issues, copyright issues, a lot of things that may stop a DJ from performing on YouTube or some of these other platforms. Maybe even anybody who just wants to play music. It'll stop them. You know, people can't add music to their favorite videos, their edited videos, without fear of not being able to make money. But I think every label, every entertainment company should allow their artists to split the revenue. I think it's just because they don't want to split the money. That's not It's not a thought. That's really what it is. Nobody wants to split that piece of the pie. Publishing is very lucrative to this day. But if you can get the artist paid, I mean, the labels can take a cut too. But I guess they don't want to really pay the artist. If they're taking a cut, they got to pay the artist a cut too. So it's crazy. It's a crazy game. If you know anything about music business, there's a lot of little details that you got to pay attention to. But it's all good. The music business will live on. But as I was saying, this show will Pree Talk. This show will focus on music, entertainment, even music business, as I'm talking now. News, a little bit of news. I'm not big on news, but entertainment news is news too. So that's cool. And a little bit of gaming. Probably talk about gaming if others bring it up. I won't bring it up much, but if somebody else has an interest, I don't mind talking about it. I used to game heavy back in the day. Well, as heavy as I could, but right now, nah, not so much. Life is too real sometimes to be engulfed in a video game. That's what I say. And of course, Reggae Sundays, y'all can check that out this afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over here in the US. I do have international listeners. Shout out to liberatedradio.com. Liberated Radio is worldwide, live on all platforms where they stream radio broadcasts. Tune in anywhere. iHeartRadio, Winamp, iTunes. There's plenty of places where you can still listen to radio. Can't find something, Google it. But Liberated Radio is the channel. Please check it out. Please check it out. It's a great station. It's a 24-hour real radio station that plays nonstop music. The music always plays, but at times DJs are going to show up and do their shows, whether it's a talk show or a music talk show or a combination of both. Me myself, I mostly do a music show. There's a little bit of talking in there, but since I don't do much talking during my show, I decided to do this pre-show, the pre-talk, and that'll be my intro to Reggae Sundays. Even if I'm just sitting here talking and not interacting, I still can give y'all updates, go over news, and be a source of entertainment. Synergy Entertainment is here. DJ RJ Boston is the YouTube. DJ RJ Boston is the YouTube. Facebook and Twitch is at official DJ RJ. Make sure y'all check me out on those. Like, comment, subscribe. Whatever y'all got to do to show your support. I really, really do appreciate it. 100%. It's really appreciated. Move right along. So this week, I am going to get into some entertainment news. Just a little bit, just a little. I saw one interesting story about your boy, Bad Bunny, Bob Bunny, Bob Bunny. That's how they be saying it, Bob Bunny. Some people can't speak a lick of English and be like Bad Bunny. That's English. He won 5 Latin Grammys right before the Super Bowl. If y'all didn't know, he's going to be doing the halftime show for the Super Bowl. That should be amazing. That should be pretty cool. He's a very interesting artist. His voice is incredible. People say they get tired of his voice, but once you hear it, you know it's him. So That's usually a good sign when people say they're tired of your voice. That means they're hearing you all the time and they know it's you. So that's a perfect example of branding gone right. Okay, so when there's another group, whoever that group is, it's like a pop group. They all wear helmets. They don't show their face, but you know it's that group because they all do that. Kind of like Kiss back in the day. You knew it was them because of the makeup. Nobody had their makeup quite like them. Nobody. You know, there's a lot of different examples of in entertainment where branding goes right no matter how they talk about you, and they will talk about you. It's one thing I'm learning. But Bad Bunny, he won 5 Latin Grammys. That's amazing. Shout out to Bad Bunny. We see you. We see the work you're putting in. Um, shoot, give it up for him. That's right. That's right. Bad Bunny doing his thing. Shout out to him and the whole Puerto Rico, all Latin America. Shout out. He's shown what ownership is, I think, and the importance of ownership and owning your own product as an artist. Because a lot of artists now, I say, would be scared to put their foot out there and do things independently because these bigger companies have so much reach, so much money, so many bigger companies have so much reach, so much money, so many donors and sponsors, I should say, not donors, sponsors. It's kind of hard not to be a part of the machine. iHeart, Live Nation. Let's see the other big one. It's I don't know, a big company, but there's a lot of machines. Well, there's only a couple machines that run everything. They run a lot of the venues out here, so it's hard. It's hard trying to do things on your own and be independent because you can do it, but will you have enough reach to get the amount of money that gives you the same return that you are looking for? And that's the thing. All these big companies, all these big entertainment companies, they're gonna have that bag. They're gonna have the money to be able to pay, to be able to afford, be able to afford the big time artists who want that big time check. And Bad Bunny is one of them people. But it seems like he was like, nah, forget that. I'm gonna stay in my country. I'm gonna make sure my people get the biggest piece of the pie when it comes to my music because they supported me the most, and I need to do what works for them. And a lot of my people most likely can't travel to come see me for one quick date. So I'm gonna sit here and do a residency for one quick date. So I'm gonna sit here and do a residency in my country. That's amazing, and do it for the people. No, that's amazing. I think that is incredible. An incredible business mind. He kept the money in country, so I'm sure his country supported him because the amount of tax dollars and the amount of people that just up and bought flights to Puerto Rico just to see Bad Bunny is incredible. I personally know people who pay for that flight, pay for those hotels and lodging. Um, yeah, you're an incredible artist when you can make people come out of their pockets like that. I think that's what I think. So Bad Bunny won 5 Latin Grammys, including Album of the Year. That's amazing. Debí tirar más fotos. Oof, I'm not going to try to translate that. It's like I gave something more photos. I don't know. I gave something more for tirar. I don't know tirar. I don't know what that means. I still got a lot to go, a lot more work to do when it comes to my Spanish vocabulary. My conjugations are getting better. I'm now working a lot on past tense, even future tense. It's a lot of work, man. But anyway, debí, debí tirar más fotos, a, a project which embraces island's musical heritage and paved the way for him to perform at next year's Super Bowl halftime show. Bad Bunny, killing it. He had dedicated the award to all youth of Latin America. That's amazing. I mean, he knows who his biggest fan base is. Even though the older women love him, you got to connect with the youth because when you connect with the youth as an artist, your longevity will live on. So even though you might be a little bit older, you connect with the youth, they'll grow up with you. You'll have a career forever for your entire life and probably your kids' life too, and probably your kids' life. So it's all it's all a rolling advertisement of branding. It's just everything should feed into everything else. Nothing should be an individual effort. Everything should be a part of the bigger picture. That's how you really brand yourself. Oh man, he said there are many ways of being patriotic and defending our homelands. We chose music. Wow, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that like I said, he is showing that Puerto Rico is a place that you should come to. This is a beautiful place. I shouldn't have to go to you to perform in your place right away. I should be able to choose when I do that. When I start so he started his tour and said, I'm gonna just do everything in Puerto Rico, and he did his own residency. He had Usher, Mariah Carey, all types of people recently going to Las Vegas to do their residency. I guess that makes sense. It's their country; they're doing their residency there. You got to go to them to see it. It's the same idea, but a lot of international artists have to travel to you, to us, for us to see them, because a lot of us won't go out. But he took a big chance. I think he really believed in himself. Obviously, he really believed in himself and really knew the power of his voice, the power of his music, and his team. And he knew that he could take this chance. That he had. I mean, those concerts are sold out. He's come to Boston probably every year since I've heard of him, and it's always sold out. It's always a sold out venue. It's crazy, man. I don't even know um, how he did it, but his voice, Bad Bunny's voice, is really shaking up the world, and I don't see when it's going to stop. And now he's mixing it up genre wise, not just doing reggaeton anymore, not just doing hip hop. He's doing salsa now. Probably got some bachata. I didn't hear the whole album. I am guilty. I didn't hear the whole album, but I did hear a good amount of songs, and still play those songs when I DJ. But he definitely has some really nice salsa songs. I remember before on previous albums he had like half and half, like a song that would start off with salsa, then turn into reggaeton. But this time he went like really straight. It might have had like a second of reggaeton, but he he went straight to the salsa. I think that's amazing, and that's perfect. He, obviously the whole album was a project. He knew how he was going to set up his tour. He knew what he was going to do. He had a whole plan. He had to have set that up before he finished the album and released it. Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio said for 3 consecutive years between 2020 and 2022, he was the most streamed artist in the world. Wow, wow. Oh, I was completely wrong. I said to give more photos. Debí tirar más fotos means I should have taken more photos. Oh, it's his sixth album. He's 31 years old. Wow. You got a long way to go. 31. Wow. Got kids bumping your music, bumping everything you put out there. That's crazy. Teenagers, youngins, people twice your age playing your music, dancing to your music. That's one thing I love about Latin culture. You see it, you see it in African American culture too, but there's usually more judgment if you see like an older brown skinned woman, dark skinned woman, light skinned woman dancing to something more up to date, more contemporary. You know, 40, 50, 60 year old woman in our community dancing to NBA YoungBoy, NBA YB, whatever you want to call them. They might get judged a little bit more than a 60-year-old in Puerto Rico, a Puerto Rican woman dancing to some new Bad Bunny and shaking her ass. It's going to be a different judgment. I think it's been a different judgment for me. I mean, a lot of people will celebrate and say, go ahead, do your thing," but there's going to be a few in the corner, like just shaking their head. So it's just that's why I love Latin American culture a little bit. But I feel like West Indian culture is kind of like that too, though. It's kind of more on the Latin American side, and African culture, you know, um, maybe, maybe I'm not really 100% sure. But West Indian culture, yeah, you definitely find some grandmas, some older aunties, great aunties, winding to the beats of the dance hall, and that's cool, man. I think that's great. Um, so back to Bad Bunny, he 5 Latin Grammys. It's amazing. One of them being Album of the Year for Debí Tirar Más Fotos. I should have taken more photos. So I guess tirar is taken. You know, I'm learning Spanish on the fly as we speak. This is how you learn. You add to your vocabulary. The title track got him Best Urban Song and Best Urban Performance. So that's three. Album of the Year, Debí Tirar Más Fotos got him Best Urban Song and Best Urban Performance in the Latin Grammys. That's amazing. And he got Record of the Year. Wow, that's really amazing. This guy's really doing. He's really putting the work in. I think. Yeah. So he's about to do his world tour now. He already did his residency in Puerto Rico. I think he started in July, and he did a few months. And now what? It's November, and he's about to hit the DR and probably tour the whole DR. So that's amazing. If he just stays in one place for a while, it's going to take him. It's going to take him probably a year, maybe more, to get through all the countries he wants to go to. But man, imagine that. He's going to get so tired. He's going to have to take a break in the middle or somewhere near the middle. But that's a lot of work, man, to be performing that much in one place. But at least a lot of the stress of performers of being an entertainer that's popular is travel, and travel will exhaust you, and it'll mess up your voice and vocal cords too. So to be in one place for a while to perform like a residency, yeah, you'll probably perform more, but your body will have a little bit less stress by not traveling, and you'll be able to rest a lot more too. Hopefully, that's the key. That's the hope. Well, he's got his tour, international tour, kicking off. Bad Bunny. He's got the Dominican Republic coming up next. Republica de Dominica. Republica Dominica. You got oh wow, and he's so smart. He's not doing any dates in the U.S. because he doesn't want his people to get raided by ICE. Yo, this dude is so smart and so thoughtful. You know how many people are gonna be like, let's pool together and get some money together and go see this dude in DR because he doesn't want us to get effed up. Even though some of the people that get them tickets are probably going to get caught right at the airport and get turned right around, but it'll be the same thing. But still, at least his heart is in the right place. Oh man, Bad Bunny, man, I can't say nothing bad about this guy. The music's great. I don't even want to say that word. Yeah, hey, I guess I am, man. I really respect good business people and people who have their heart in the right place when they're doing good or great business. And this guy's doing it. Burner Boy is another one. I really respect what he's done. Um, yeah, I really respect people in business. Even Khalees, what she's doing right now, I really respect it. What she's doing in Africa. Now she moved her whole family and some friends over there. Like, and she's been able to become a source of nutrition for the country, which is crazy. She instantly invested and gave back as a business model. That's amazing. Um, Bad Bunny not doing any dates in the U.S. mainland. Puerto Rico is not the mainland. Um, so his fans don't get raided by ICE. That's wild. What a smart individual right there, man. Smart, thoughtful. Yeah, man. When I hear these things, all I can think about is he's going to make a lot more money by being so supportive of his people. I can just think about that money, that paycheck. 74 million monthly listeners just on Spotify. Bad Bunny. That guy has a voice and he's using his voice. Man, back in the day, artists used to always be for social justice. They used to always align themselves with whatever leader was for social justice at the time. I feel like you don't see that as much these days because your opinion can get misconstrued and screwed up so many different ways now. So these days it doesn't seem as prominent to have artists align themselves with social causes and activism as much. There's definitely still people that do it, but the people that do it are definitely they're either well established or they have a lot of new money coming in. Because if you don't have money coming in, you're going to keep your mouth shut. You're not going to say nothing. You ain't going to risk no DJ gig to talk about Palestine. I'll tell you that much. That's not going to happen. Why would you do that? I got a tour with Beyonce. I can't be talking about Palestine, liberation. I can't be talking about that. So the Latin Grammys. The Latin Grammys, they did a tribute to Carlos Santana. That's amazing. With Maluma, Edgar Barrera, Grupo Frontera, and Christian Nodal. And they started off with that classic Oye Como Va. Oh man, gotta love that. Carol G and Marco Antonio Solis. Oh man, Marco Antonio Solis. Wow, that's crazy. If I had just been a little bit of a better viola player, I would have went on tour with Marco Antonio Solis. I would have been one of his regular string players. If I was just a little bit better at playing, um, they call it sight reading. I could play a song that I practiced over and over, but to play something with only what we had like 3 hours. We had 3 hours to learn the song, and I was able to basically follow along. But you can't basically follow along. You gotta play the music the right way, right then. That's what sight reading is, and that's what professional sight reading is. And oof, it was tough. You know, I was needed because my instrument is needed, but it was a great experience. We didn't, the paycheck wasn't large, but it was a paycheck that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. And it showed me the other side, showed me concert work. Not just symphonic, not just what do you call it, classical music. I was doing Mexican pop music. That was incredible. I wish I had a camera back then to record. Um, because yeah, I was at a huge arena too. That was a very huge arena. I'll be in an arena like that again one day, but most likely not as a viola player. But I'll be in an arena like that again. I know I will. But Yeah, that was a great, great experience. Marco Antonio Solis, I played viola for him. Shout out to him, man. He didn't choose me for his New York show, but it's all good. I get it, man. I get it. When you got a bunch of great players, you got to choose the right ones. I get it, Marco. It's all good, man. Carol G and Marco Antonio Solis, they did a duet. Oh, wow. Gloria Stefan still with us. Wow. Gracias a Dios. Praise, shout out to her. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Gloria Stefan still with us. That's amazing. Um, oh, she got a new track out. Crisis. Won Best Tropical Album. Okay, Gloria. Okay. Didn't know you were still out here killing it like that. Okay, so I see. Yeah, but Bad Bunny, he really did his thing. So shout out to him, man. Just want to give a quick shout out to him and his musical journey right now because that's crazy how he was able to take over the Latin Grammys this year. Got the Super Bowl coming up in February. You know, I gotta go with my Eagles. We're not doing the best right now, but you know, we're gonna keep on moving. We're gonna keep on blowing. I'm not bringing sports talk into this, not into the Pree Talk. The Pree Talk is gonna stick to music, entertainment, maybe a little bit of gaming, maybe a little bit of tech, you know, things like this. But it will also focus on my show, Reggae Sundays with DJ RJ, every single Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you at, just do the math. I can't do it for you, but sometimes I wish I could. That's that. Oh, man. It's going to be a great show. Tune in. And if you didn't, of course, subscribe, like, share. Shout out to the replay gang. We're going to replay this and be entertained by the information that we're given. Shout out to Bad Bunny again. I thought about buying a ticket to go see him, but you know, we'll see. Maybe I'll run down to DR real quick. If I was in Miami, it'd be real quick. But I'm not living down there, and I don't want to be down there. I like the Northeast. I do want to be somewhere warmer. Definitely true. What else we got in the news? So shout out to Bad Bunny. Won 5 Latin Grammys, including Best Performance, Best Urban Performance, Best Urban Song, and Album of the Year. Amazing. Some people dream of this, you know? They dream of it. He got it. It takes some people 5 years to win 5 Grammys. He won it all in one. That's crazy. So again, shout out, shout out, shout out. We spreading love, man. We spreading love. Shout out to the creator, to the artist. You gotta shout out to your artist. Because sometimes no one else will. Give them their flowers while they're here. Don't forget, you know? Don't forget. So again, shout out to Bad Bunny, 5 Latin Grammys. That's incredible. Who would have known? Cardi B. Dang. Didn't think I'd be talking about this. Cardi B is on her fourth child. Fourth child. Didn't she start with, didn't she start having kids with Offset? Because she was really young when she came out. She was like early 20s. Yeah, so it seems like really Stephon Diggs had to come up. I mean, he's got the new money, and NFL money is NFL money's not guaranteed like basketball money. Oh man, so yeah, it looks like he's the one that came up. If you ask me, um, wow, Stephon Diggs gave her a baby. That's crazy. Oh, she's also a Grammy. Speaking of Grammy winner, she's also a Grammy winner. She had a new baby boy. That's cool, man. That's cute. Man, shout out to her. Congratulations to Cardi B having a new baby with a new boo. I guess she said F marriage, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool. You know, I get it. I definitely get it. It ain't easy. It's not for everybody. Don't even think it's for me. But you know, That's how life crumbles. Shout out to Cardi B. Shout out to Offset too, because he was always the best Migos to me as far as lyricism. I went out of my way to look for Offset mixtapes. This is mixtape definitely gave me more entertainment, I would say, than his album, than the Migos album. But Migos album's obviously super entertaining, great music, really no way around that. No matter what the subject matter was, they made songs about T-shirt like R. Kelly. Um, you know, to me, Migos could almost do no wrong when they were all together. They could talk about anything and make any kind of sound in the background as an ad lib, and they would be fine. You know, it would make a hit off of spoons and rattles. Migos can make a hit, but Cardi B finally released her second album. I can't believe it's only her second album. Well, actually, I can believe it because I don't. She's. I don't really believe that she's. I don't know. I don't want to say too much on the subject. Um, well, I would say, you know what? I can't say that because obviously now she is a musician. You can become a musician. Anyone can become a musician. But, I don't see her as a pure musician. I see her more as someone you could put a machine behind, someone you could make into a star. Her personality, honestly, really is what made her the star, not her music to me, but her personality came out in her music. So combining two, boom, explosion. But she really did her thing. I was definitely, even though I like Nicki Minaj as a lyricist, I was definitely Team Cardi when it came to popularity and personality. I never really effed with Nicki Minaj's personality or persona that she gave off in the media. Cardi B, you were able to see her before she even got famous because she was already kind of famous before she got famous. So it just seemed so quick. Like it was a year. I think it was maybe a year within a year of me watching her on Instagram, and within a year of me watching Cardi B on my fault, y'all. Within a year of me watching Cardi B on Instagram, she was on what was it, Love and Hip Hop, and then she really blew up. And I think she had her mixtape out too. Her mixtape came out, and I was shocked. I was surprised that she had some good songs. It sounded a little crazy a little bit because the way she talks is super New York and she's super West Indian. With the Latin side and Trini side, it's a lot going on with her. Her accent and the New York accents are obviously super strong, but that's not the thing that stands out the most. Um, you know, just the enunciation of words, and I get it. I had the same problem when rapping, but I never took her so seriously as a rap artist. But I was impressed by the project, and then the album came out, and boom, I was like, damn, and I was spitting the shit too. I was like, yo, you can't shit on me if you wanted to. I don't even know what the hell she's about. I was all over the cadence, all over the flow. As forced as some of it sounded, it was still an amazing project that she put out. And she had more than a few good songs on there. I'm a huge fan of songwriting. The artist doesn't have to be great, but as long as the song shines, I'm usually good. But sometimes a artist who's not so great can bring down a great song. But I don't think she's not a great artist. I think she's very talented. She obviously knows how to rap, and she's just doing her thing. Um, I think I heard some of the track. I heard like the Kehlani track. I got to listen to Cardi B and just see what's really going on with her in this new album and Mind the Drama. That's funny. I mean, hopefully she's talking about real stuff and has somebody really craft the songs to help her convey her feelings in this new music. I don't think it's that new anymore. It came out a little while ago, but it's been a year. They've been together for a year. Stephon Diggs and Cardi B, and then homie had a boy, so he's happy. their first kid together, but second child for him, but his first son. So shout out to you, your second child being with Cardi B. Man, that's what's up. Wow, she got Cardi B has 163 million followers. Woo. And she's always going on tour like during and after her pregnancy. Like, yo, she don't stop talking about I've healed and I'm loving the woman I've become. Wow. She said that's what this next era means to me and I'm stepping into it better than ever. Wow, okay. Oh, she said she could have cheated too. Okay, Cardi B. We know you, Cardi B. You probably did, just don't want to talk about it. But we also see how hard you love when you're with somebody, so maybe not. Especially when you're as busy as somebody like you who got time to cheat. I mean, people be having time, but you know, you busy though. And then when it's all eyes on you, that's the difference. You know, people be busy, but to be that busy and for everybody to know you is a difference. That's the difference. You can't really go anywhere unless it's with another high profile somebody. But you know, shout out to Stephon Diggs. Uh, can't really give a shout out to the Patriots because I'm Eagles all day. Can't wait for the Super Bowl. Shoot, hopefully we get another Eagles Patriots Super Bowl, but I don't know if that's happening this year. But I can't wait for the Super Bowl so I can see that halftime show. That Bad Bunny halftime show is gonna be amazing. Shoot, really? Oh, it's gonna be in February too. Really? I should travel to Latin America. I should travel to Latin America and be around for that. But and be around the people that will really appreciate that music for that. But shoot, go to the Bronx or something. You know what I'm saying? I could go to East Boston and it would be crazy. I guarantee actually it would be crazy. Yeah, I guess I don't have to go that far, but I want to hang around like real West Indian Latin, Latin people, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, you know, Cali Colombians, Cartagenero and Genera Colombians, Panamanians, people like this, people who are more Caribbean, Cubans. Well, Cubans is just so different because so removed culturally. And imagine being a Cuban with an internet connection and you seeing everything everybody else going through. Oh my God, I can't even imagine that. You see everything everybody else is experiencing, man. You're like, God dang, I want one of them. Oh, I can only imagine. But shout out to Cuba too. We're gonna make it there one day too. Shout out to the travel side at Road Travel at ROW Travels. That's my travel page. Follow that on YouTube at ROW Travels. I'll start on Instagram soon. Start posting pictures up there too. That also help me kind of vlog my life, and I guess it'll be a photo and video log. So it'll be a plug and a vlog. Um, and that should be cool when I start that Instagram. So when I start that Instagram, I'll let y'all know. Instagram can be very lucrative as well as far as building your brand. So I have been talking about branding a lot today. Instagram can be lucrative. There's a lot of other opportunities like Kick. Of course, again, follow me on Twitch at official DJ RJ Boston. Facebook is the same name. We're going to end it right there. We talked about Cardi B, Stephon Diggs, the new baby. Shout out to them. Shout out to the Eagles, not the Patriots. Shout out to the Super Bowl halftime show, though, with Bad Bunny this February coming up. We talked about Bad Bunny, his tour, upcoming tour for his new album, which obviously will probably play his classics too. See if I can remember the name. Debí tirar más fotos. Yep, that's it. And the title track. And it should be cool, man. It should be a good album. So it should be a good tour. I think I'm gonna try to see him. I just don't know where. I want to see him somewhere exotic, but I want to see him with other Latin American people. because that is going to be a crazy show. I probably wouldn't even want to see him in the U.S. He's been over here, like I said, to Boston a couple times, few times, and anybody I ask, anybody I ask has always heard about it every single time. So shout out to Bad Bunny winning 5 Latin Grammys, Album of the Year, Urban Song of the Year, Performance. What was it? Urban Performance of the Year. Shout out to Bad Bunny, man. Really doing his thing. Cardi B, Stephon Diggs. Shout out to them. The new baby boy. Love kids. We love the kids over here, man. Always supporting the youth. And shout out to good business. We promote good business. Cardi B, great branding. Bad Bunny, great business mind, great branding. Patriots, shoot, great branding. Got to give him props for that at least. But I'm still going to hate. But shout out to y'all. Check out Reggae Sundays this Sunday and every Sunday. We're going to try to work it out this Sunday. I got to rebuild the setup. We broke it down a couple days ago. I'm going to rebuild it back up. So we'll see if we can get that done, get that going by 4. Either way, looking forward to a great show. I'm going to play a lot of 2025 music. Reggae Sundays with DJ RJ. That'll be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you at, just do the math. I can't do it for you, but sometimes I wish I could. DJ RJ signing off, man. I appreciate y'all. It's the Pree Talk. Appreciate y'all.